lalawigan ng Nueva Ecija. Welcome to the 2026 National Basketball League NBL Pilipinas President's Cup live from the Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology here in Cabanatuan City. That's right, and for our game today, we have a good one. It's going to be the home team, the Nueva Ecija Granary Buffaloes, taking on the visitors, the Taguig Generals. Good day, basketball fans. My name is Anthony Servino. I'll bring you the action live here at courtside. So let us first look at our updated team standings to know the importance of this game. So you can see on your screens that, hey, look at this. The Taguig Generals are on top. Well, this is Group A. Camps are on top at 5-1, followed by Tigas Kapampangan, Santa Rosa, and Pangasinan Manila round up Group A. Of course, these teams will play in our next play date. And today, we are focusing on Group B. All right? So you can see that Taguig is on top at 4-0, and look at this. Nueva Ecija is right behind at 3-3. So the top two teams of Group B will tangle today, and this is important because remember, only the top two teams in the group will advance to the semifinals later on in this tournament. Alright, so that is how important this game is. Now let us talk about the visitors on your screen right now, the Taguig Generals. When you talk about the Taguig Generals, you talk about their last game, and wow, this game broke records. I mean, it really broke lots of NBL scoring records. Look at that. That is the correct score, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, 184 to 76. That's right. It's a 98-point win. Yes, for Taguig over Manila. But look at the points per quarter. I mean, Taguig was just shooting like 65 points per quarter in that game compared to only 19 for Manila. And then the three-point shooting, I mean, it really worked in favor of Taguig. 31% against only 7% for Manila. And then in the bench points, look at that. The bench alone of Taguig, 149 points. You can say they were going for 200 in that game. Anyway, you know, one player who's been really shining this President's Cup is their new recruit, J.M. Agustin from Preston College. Look at that, against Manila. He was our best player. 31 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. You know, he's courting a triple-double, of course, 11 out of 14 field goal shooting. And what a good acquisition for Taguig. Their new player, J.M. Agustin. And it seems like he may be a rookie, yes, but he is playing like a veteran. Look, well, 2 Best Player awards speaks a lot for this newcomer. And of course, a lot is expected for JM. I mean, what a way to start his NBL professional career. Of course, another player, I said, our best player is Agustin, but look at that. Noel Santos, a breakout game against the Manila MLB. 33 points for Noel to go with 7 rebounds and 7 assists. And look at that, 5 blazes. Well, Noel has not been playing his usual numbers as compared to the previous NBL tournaments. But hey, maybe this game against Manila will be the inspiration for Noel to get this game going back. And you know, we go back to the Noel Santos that we know. Now we go to the home team, the Nueva Ecija Buffaloes, the Nueva Ecija Granary Buffaloes. Last time, they lost to Heredano Santa Rosa by only 6 points, 106 to 100. And in that game, well, almost equal numbers as far as field goal shooting is concerned. 45% for Santa Rosa, 43% for the Buffaloes. But it was the free throws. It was the free throws that killed the Buffaloes. Look at that. 27%. They missed 8 free throws, 3 out of 11, compared to 47% for Santa Rosa. For Santa Rosa, more hustle. Second chance points, 24 to 17. And when you talk about the Buffaloes, of course, you talk about the players who've been a factor in their success. You talk about their mythical 5 member, Eji Helios, 22 points against Santa Rosa to go with 1 assist, but the numbers there, 9 out of 20 field goal shooting, 3 out of 9 from 3-point distance. Eji needs help. No, he cannot do it alone. Of course, like what I said, no, basketball is played by 5 players, not just 1. Eji needs help. Maybe he can get it from his teammates, especially with the return of his fellow mythical 5 member, Juancho Tolentino. Maybe that could be help. Of course, Juancho's returned to the lineup as of late, so that is a good news. So we'll turn you over now to our Coliseum announcer, or we'll take a break and we'll turn you over to our Coliseum announcer. We'll be back with our Coliseum announcer for our pregame protocol.
to our main game here at the NEUST Sumacab Campus, Cabanatuan City, live on Aleo Channel 23 and PusoP.com. Taguig Generals versus your Nueva Ecija Granary Buffaloes. NBL 2025 Season President's Cup, ang tahanan ng tunay na homegrown. Let us all stand and please remove your caps for the NBL prayer. Maaari lamang po tayo magsitayo and pakitanggal po ang ating mga sombrero para po sa NBL prayer.
Dear God, we thank you for this opportunity to come together in sport. Please bless the players, coaches, officials, organizers, and fans. Grant us safe fields of play, skillful and fair competition, and good sportsmanship in every moment. Keep everyone healthy, guided, and focused on giving their best. May the games be played with respect, humility, and unity, reflecting the spirit of teamwork and grace. Amen.
To bring in the Philippine flag, here's Juancho Tolentino together with Jeremy Ingusan of the Nueva Ecija Granary Buffaloes. Let us sing all together the Philippine National Anthem.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang mag-ibig, ewas na silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng mag-ibig, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit kong pagaw, ay hinatang tulak, awit sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng patawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iibig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidinig, lupa ng araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo, ang hinigaya na pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Kindly remain standing to honor the team's hymn. First to sing the Taguig City hymn is Taguig Generals.
Bayang pinapala ng dakilang lumikha, may bagong pag-asa sa hangaring dakila, sa mahal kong bayan. Ialay nating lahat, tapat na paglilingkod, Taguig ay sasagana, Taguig magmaliwan ang lahat, di ka malilimot. Bayan kong sakal bilang, sa iyo nadarama, Taguig ay paunlarin, ang aming hangarin. Bayan kong Taguig, wala kang pagmamahal.
Thank you very much, Taguig Generals. And they got it as well to sing the Nueva Ecija hymn, your Nueva Ecija Granary Buffaloes. Thank you very much, Nueva Ecija Granary Buffaloes. Both teams on the center court for the sportsmanship handshake. And we are ready to begin. And be offense, here are the starters. First, for Taguig City Generals. Starting guard number 97 from Barangay Ususan, the speedy Harvey Subrabas. Also at guard number 21 from Bagong Tanyag, Fidel Castro. At forward number 13 from South Signal, John Gapiran. Also at forward number 0 from Upper Bikutan, LJ Mayo. And starting center number 3 from Palingon Tipas, Jonats Lonto. The head coach of the Taguig Generals is Bing Victoria. First assistant is Lou Gutumpato. And now for your Nueva Ecija Granary Buffaloes. Starting guard number 19 from Cabanatuan, Clarence Santos. Also at guard number 9 from Cabanatuan, Juancho Tolentino. At forward number 24, also from Cabanatuan, Ice Capigao. Under forward number 28, representing Talavera, Max Santos. And starting center number 7 from Lupao, Kian Fontanilla. The head coach of the Nueva Ecija Granary Buffaloes is Sherwin Aliado.
There you see on our screens the starting units for both quintets. And no surprise actually, but a little one thing that we will note is, of course, the return of Juancho Tolentino. That is good news, of course, for Nueva Ecija. On the other hand, on your screen right now, we see, of course, Fidel Castro, who is continuing his comeback from a knee injury that he sustained in the last season. So Fidel, almost a year, actually almost a whole conference. Yes, the whole Governor's Cup. He did not play the Governor's Cup and the early portion of this President's Cup. And we are underway here in Cabanatuan City. Of course, we are at the Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology, the Sumacab campus, as Mayo breaks the ice with the first field goal. It's a blaze 3 for Lady John Mayo. Of course, this is the home team with the possession, the Nueva Ecija Granary Buffaloes. Patient ball movement. They go for the long tom. Yes. And of course, Cabigao ringing the bell. We are tied at 3-all. For sure, this will not be the first. Oh, here's a steal. Juancho now on the run. Juancho Tolentino with the instant impact. It's a blaze 3, so 6 points now for the Buffaloes. And they really missed Juancho in their in the start of this President's Cup. Lontok, turn around, yes. Oh boy, we know with the way this game is progressing, we are in store for a high-scoring game. Fontanilla, low blocks, hook shot, yes. And I said this before, big men like Kian, they have to work on their hook shot because the hook shot is one shot that is very hard to block. Castro now to Lontok at the post. Good defense there by Fontanilla. Harvey, one-hander, no. And good box out by Cabigao. Santos now on the attack. Santos will apply the brakes. It's with Juancho. Cabigao. Santos. Actually, both Santoses are starting for Nueva Ecija. Mac and Clarence. Subrabas to Gabilan for the finger roll. Yes. It's a blaze 3 for the chairman, John Mark Gabilan. 8 all. Wow. Both teams are matching each other. And of course, we go back to our pregame discussion. You know, the importance of this game, both these teams are at the top 2 positions in Group B. Here's a steal by Mayo. Mayo is fouled on the way to the hoop. He will shoot free throws. So again, I will repeat, Taguig, immaculate 4-0. But look at this Spurs, all right? Look at this hook shot. So hard to block, for Fontanilla. And then, look at this. A nice bounce pass in traffic by Subrabas to the trailing John Mark Gabilan. We go back to live action. Free throws here for Larry John Mayo. And first one is a miss. There's assistant coach Luga Tumbato. Where's Coach Bing Victoria reassuming the head coaching position for this President's Cup. In the Governor's Cup, he temporarily gave the reins to Coach Luga Tumbato. Meanwhile, Mayo will try again. There was an early entry. And again, reminding everybody, you know, the players lined up on the stripe can only enter once the ball leaves the hands of the free throw shooter. All right, this time Nueva Ecija will slow it down. They are behind by 1. Santos to Santos, but stolen by Mayo. Subrabas stops and pops from 15 feet. No. Battle for it, won by Santos. Quickly now, Juancho. Oh, Juancho. A good steal. Santos now, back to Juancho. To Fontanilla. Oh, what a hop. What a bunny hop by Fontanilla to the basket. So 4 points now for the big man, Kian Fontanilla. Lead back with Nueva Ecija, 10-9. So far, very fast-paced game. Castro missing his first long attempt. Meanwhile, Juancho is tagged from behind. As if he never left, I tell you, Juancho Tolentino. And of course, look at this. See, look at this. Juancho with the breakaway, and oh wow, that was, we felt that. That was a hard hit by Jonathan Lontok. But it was not enough to stop Juancho Tolentino. Now Juancho will earn his points from the line. I see on the screen there, two-time best player, Edsel Galoy. So first one is good. So in the forwards of Taguig, there have been the best player award has been halved by Galoy and JM Agustin. So 2 for Edsel, 2 for JM. 3-point lead now for the Buffaloes. Mayo still. Oh, Mayo sees an opening and he is fouled. And now Mayo will shoot again from the free throw line. He split his attempts earlier. And by the way, Benavit Torres is in the game for the first time. Mayo. All right, 2 for 3. Two for 2 for Mayo. So just also to clarify, if a player attempts a free throw, there's a violation, it won't count as an attempt. Handoff. Juancho met by 2 defenders. Cabigao. Juancho now at the 3-point line. He will move closer, but they elect to move it around further. No. Battle for it, won by the Buffaloes. Juancho changing hands in midair. And a steal by the Buffaloes. It's with Fontanilla. No, and Fontanilla, there's a whistle. Let's see. Kian Fontanillas have been very active today. Oh, 2 fouls now on Lontok. Let's see what happened here. Look at that. Look at the scramble for the ball. And then Juancho, look at that, changing hands on the way to the basket. And like what I said, like he never left. All right, let's focus now on Kian Fontanilla as he tries to add to their lead. Oh, miss. And of course, hello to all our fans on Aliw Channel 23. And of course, on your screens there, that's Coach Sherwin Aliado. And right now, the Buffaloes are at an even 3 wins and 3 losses. They're in second place in Group B. Taguig, an immaculate 4-0. Again, that is why this game is very important. Meanwhile, Jexter Tolentino will replace the foul-troubled Jonathan Lontok. So Coach Victor now forced to go to his bench because of foul trouble on his players. Meanwhile, Mayo, bubbling, he recovers. Referee says play on. Feeds Tolentino, but Tolentino misses. Of course, Tolentino fresh in the game and a steal. Oh, extra pass to Mayo, yes. It's a good thing they did not force the issue. They found the open Mayo. Nearing the 7-minute mark of this first quarter. Very fast action, huh? Not much stoppages. Long Tom, no. Rebound collected by Galoy. Galoy now will sprint to the basket, go all the way for the basket. Just a 2-pointer for Galoy. It was not in time for the Blaze 3. The lamp went off. Remember, he has 5 seconds to do such. Fontanilla looking for a teammate, finds Juancho. Whistle halts play. And it's a let's wait for the confirmation. Yes, it's an offensive foul on Benevi Vidal Torres. On your screens there, assistant coach John Paul Cabigao. Okay, now Joff Tadeo will check in for the first time. He will replace Fontanilla, who has done a good job. Baseline. Jumper, yes. And Tolentino now is 1 out of 2. Jeremy Ngusan is also in the game. And the ball tap. And it will stay with the Buffaloes. So 14 to work with for the Buffaloes. So far so good, huh? Well, Taguig has suddenly recovered the lead. Let's see what will Nueva Ecija do. How will they react? Edgy inside to Torres. No, and rebound. Won by the Generals. Mayo now. Gavilan to Galoy. Galoy is isolated. He will use the Mayo screen. They give it to the baseline. Last second handoff to Tolentino, and now Tolentino has 4 points. Good recognition there by Harvey Subrabas. All right, Torres to Ingusan. Ingusan can hit this. Yes, we saw that. Good line. Gavilan. Galoy popping out, but he's met well by the defense. Galoy to Mayo. Yes. And the one thing about Mayo, his range, from long distance has improved. From conference to conference. You can say he has expanded his range. Because remember, in the early days, Mayo was purely a slasher. Now he can shoot from the outside. Ingusan. Oh, nobody was looking. But a sorry miss there for Torres. Subrabas now will wait for his teammates. Long Tom. Oh, wedgie. And that is the, I don't know, it's been a while since we've had a wedgie here in NBL. Meanwhile, Mark Edison Ordonez will report for duty. He will replace, it looks like he will replace John Mark Gabilan. Also, David Completo will return. So it looks like it's going to be Completo for Gabiran and Ordonez for Subraba. So now, Tadeo and Tolentino will jump it off at center. And it's won by the Buffaloes. It's with Torres. Juanico. Another new player. Ingusan. Back to Torres to the corner. Quick release. Edgy. No. And it's controlled by the Buffaloes. Nice hustle there. Paying dividends. And a foul given up. Yes. And Agustin announcing his arrival with that foul. Of course, like what I said, Agustin, the owner of 2 best player citations so far. Meanwhile, Juanico could not complete it. Ordonez now to Agustin. And Agustin is fouled.
Ball number 20.
Yes, it's on Jerome Juanico. So now, Galoy will start things from the sideline. Tolentino receives, he has 4 points off the bench. Ordonez, first attempt, no. Offensive rebound. They feed Tolentino, and now Tolentino with 6 points. And that's the cue for Coach Aliado to press the timeout button. Look at this. Good recognition. They did not force it. Nobody marked Tolentino, and they paid for it. Timeout. We'll be back for more for NBL. And the WNBL Rising Stars is now accepting applications from local, city, and provincial qualifier organizers who wish to join us in developing the next generation of women's basketball talent. Interested organizers are encouraged to submit their application, including their background experience, to our president, Ma'am Rose Montreal, at the email below. That's filipinasnbl@gmail.com. Okay, again, that's filipinasnbl, no spaces, at gmail.com. 24-18, 6-point lead for Taguig. You can say right now they are at their usual scoring pace of about 25 points per quarter or more. And we still have 3 minutes left. Although, yes, we had a torrid start, you can say. Both teams with, you can say, jackrabbit starts. The scoring pace was quite fast. But now both teams are settling down with the entry of their second units. Completo trying to play point forward, gives it to Ordonez. Galoy popping out, and a foul away from the ball. All right. Meanwhile, the Generals call a timeout with 2:57 left. And that's our score. We'll be back for more of the NBL. And look at this, President Ma'am Rose Montreal with the gentleman behind the NBL Youth Rizal. Yes. And right now, of course, the NBL Youth is holding tournaments all over the country. And it's all leading to the national finals this January. Yeah, next month actually, January 2026. So kick ball, that means we'll reset. With 14 on the shot clock, Galoy looking for a teammate. It's with Completo. Completo now hand off to Galoy. Bounce pass, extra pass deep, and Tolentino was too deep, yes, but referees point in the direction of Nueva Ecija. But again, so far, a good game for Jexter off the bench. He has 6 points. In Musan. Tadeo to the baseline. Eji. Again, good defense on the shooter. And Kiba. Another whistle, halts play. Wow. Okay, first foul on Tolentino, but you know, I was just shocked to see that scar on the cheek of Joff Tadeo. But I understand that he got that not in this game. I mean, before the game, he already had it. I think he got it from a previous game. Meanwhile, Helios. Yes, it will count. Just in time. 24-20. And it's a 2-minute warning for the first quarter. Yes, what an action-packed first quarter we have, huh? Tolentino stays at 6. And, of course, Completo could not control it. It will go the way of the home team, the Buffaloes, who are going to do their best. And we look at this replay here. Look at that. Edgy. Yes, very clear. I mean, the ball was already in flight when the light went on. Musan. Tadeo. High post. Patient ball movement here by Nueva Ecija. Helios finds Tadeo. Tadeo face basket. Tadeo will attack, and Tadeo is fouled by Tolentino. This should be the second on Jexter. So now Jexter and Lontok, the two centers of Taguig with 2 fouls each. And on cue, we see the entry of Noy Pragoso, who is now the third string big man for Taguig. Of course, sometimes Noy would start depending on who the opponent is. And Tadeo missing his first. So you can say, the rotation of Taguig is, very variable depending on the opponent. Of course, Taguig with the luxury of having 3 reliable centers. Then 1 out of 2 for Tadeo. They're behind by 3. 24-21. Pragoso, first touch and 2 points, automatic. So the key here is for Pragoso to stay out of foul trouble. And let's... Oh. Anyway, there's a whistle. It's on Agustin. Oh, 2 fouls now on Agustin. So Agustin joins his teammates with 2 fouls. Talking about Tolentino and Lontok. This time, Tadeo converts his first attempt. Let's see if he can go 2 for 2. Of course, again, Coach Sherwin Aliado. And again, another split for Tadeo. So he's shooting 50%, 2 out of 4. But I guess there is a violation, so there will be a substitute free throw. A sort of reprieve here for the Buffaloes. they can chop the lead a little bit. Nope, and it's won by Fragoso. Ordonez. Okay, Natividad is in the game. So expect the scoring of Taguig to perk up in this final minute. And Helios quickly fouls Natividad. So now Natividad will be tested. Of course, Natividad, you can say he's still fresh, yeah? Cold off the bench. Still trying to get his body warm. Get his sweat flowing. Okay. 27-22. High scoring first quarter we have here. And that's expected, especially, when a team like Taguig plays. They love to run the score. All right, Natividad. Oh, what a sharp bounce pass. Yes. And it's a blaze 3 for JM Agustin. I mean, look at how sharp that pass was. The angle, the precision. Meanwhile, they have trouble. Helios back to Tadeo. Tadeo missing the gimme. The defense was just looking at him. Meanwhile, here's a run and Fragoso connects. Of course, you reward your big man for sprinting down the floor. That's a given. Last shot time here. Oh, they were not aware. And look at this. After one quarter, our score is 32-22. Yes, that's right. 32-22. A 10-point lead for the visitors, Taguig Generals. Of course, on the strength of plays like this, look at this very sharp precision pass to the streaking JM Agustin. And then Agustin returning the favor to Plagoso. Wow, what teamwork we have here. I'm out, and we'll be back for the second quarter of hostilities. You are watching the NBL.
Start the day with Guapo Essentials. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. Diminish acne scars with Glutamax Men Face and Body Bar. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. 24/7 freshness, 100% guapo vibes. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo.
And again, look at the plays of Mayo. The first quarter alone, Mayo already with 11 points. Yes, 11 points. 1 rebound, 1 assist, 2 steals. Remember, this is just the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. We still have 36 minutes of professional basketball ahead of us. And you heard it, that's right. We are now queued for the second quarter, that's right. And again, Anthony Cervino here at the Nueva Ecija, University of Science and Technology in Sumacab, Cabanatuan City. Beautiful campus, that's right. As Fragoso with a second field goal. I would say, a beautiful campus that we have here. I mean, I'll talk about it later, but meanwhile, Cabigao, hemmed in well by the defense. They're forced to move the ball around. Shot clock winding down to 1 second. They have to shoot. And that will not count, even if it went in. They took too much time moving the ball around. Okay, look at the bench points. 16 for Taguig, 7 for Nueva Ecija. So that's +9. And +9, okay, so remember, Taguig was leading by 10 after the first quarter, 32-22. So that more or less explains why Taguig is ahead by 10. It's the bench mob. Like this guy, Natividad. But he does not convert. And, oops. All right, it's now with the Buffaloes. Buffaloes now on the warpath. Oh, it was too deep. Tolentino, this is MJ Tolentino, too deep underneath. Look at this. You see? He was too deep. And a good block. A timely block by Fragoso. Ball will stay with the Nueva Ecija Granary Buffaloes. Now talking about this, well, aside of course from this air-conditioned gym, you can see it's a very spacious gym. We have a football field right beside it with a grandstand and an oval, a track oval for athletics. There's a swimming pool on the other side. So again, this school or this campus, lots of nice sporting facilities. Meanwhile, Completo attacking the baseline, and Completo. Okay, it's going to be a caging foul on the Buffaloes. It's going to be on Isaiah Cabigao. So Natividad will do the sideline honors to Fragoso. Well, for sure, Fragoso will get a good amount of minutes considering that the other centers, Lontok and Tolentino, are nursing 2 fouls. Here's a steal. Again, Buffaloes on the run, yes. Hey, Reinhardt Tucaben with a blaze 3. I remember one game where Tucaben hit the winning points. That was our game at the Inspire Sports Academy in Calamba, Laguna. Meanwhile, Fragoso, look at that, fast break points, 9 for Taguig, 4 for the Buffaloes. And of course, that also explains the fast pace early in this game. Of course, like what I said, it was a fast start for both sides, but they eventually settled down. But it looks like they are stepping on the gas again. Look at the Natividad. Quick outlet pass. They give it back to Natividad. Natividad. Fragoso asking for it. He gets it from 14 feet. No. Natividad battling for it. He keeps it alive. Natividad now. And some action away from the ball. Okay, went to Caben with his first foul. Okay, the man we talked about in the pregame, Noel Santos, is finally in the contest. And let's see how Noel will follow up his 33-point performance in their last game. Ordonez to Santos. Natividad for 3. Offline. Won by Tolentino. One to Tolentino. 2 Tolentinos are on the floor at the same time. Juancho forcing it. No. Cleared by Santos. Natividad now. And offensive foul on the Generals. Let's see who's it against. It's on Noel Santos. So what happened here? Okay, let's look at Santos. Oh yes, he stopped and gave a body check to Cabigao. All right. Chance here for Nueva Ecija to inch closer. They should not allow Taguig to add to this lead any further. They do not want it to be unreachable. They have to be within striking distance. Galoy hounding the ball carrier, and they force a turnover. They have the numbers. Natividad to Fragoso for the slam. And it's a blaze 3 for Noy Fragoso. Suddenly it's a 14-point lead for Taguig, 39-25. We're not even halfway to the second quarter. Air ball. And it's won by Taguig. Quickly now to Natividad. Natividad to Fragoso, who is hot right now. Yes. So 5 straight points for Noy Fragoso. And Coach Aliado has seen enough. Look at this. It all starts with defense. And they have the numbers. Nobody there to contest for Nueva Ecija, and all alone is Fragoso for the slam. Wow, 41-25. We'll be back for more of your NBL. And again, like what I said, it all starts with defense. Look at Noy Fragoso, 13 points. He is, you can say, Mr. Points a minute, very efficient, 5 out of 6 field goal shooting to go with 3 rebounds. I mean, look at this. In so limited a time on the floor, Fragoso with 13, so he has now exceeded the 11 points of Mayo. Of course, Mayo, Coach Victoria with the luxury of resting Lenny John Mayo, but it looks like Mayo is back in action as Ren Tukaben ends the bleeding, you can say, for the Buffaloes. It has stopped the run of Taguig, but Taguig still on top by 13. They give it to Mayo, missing the leaner. Of course, that is almost automatic for Mayo. Meanwhile, stop and pop, yes. It's a blaze 3 for Ren Tukaben. So now Tukaben trying his best to bring back his team into contention. They're just behind by 10 from a high of 15. Oh, what a nice rebound there by, but well anticipated by the defense of Mayo. Meanwhile, what a bounce pass. What an assist. By Natividad to Galo. It's a blaze 3 for Edsel. All right. Oh, another steal by Mayo. Mayo now living up to his moniker of Mr. Defense. Santos will not force it now. They will try to do a half-court set. Shot clock is, it says 9 seconds. Natividad at the corner to the post. Fragoso with 15 points now. Oh, check that. It looks like Fragoso's sat down. Meanwhile, Helios with a 3. They need more of that. They're now behind by 12. Santos asking for it. Instead, they give it to the corner. Mayo. Natividad. Galoy, pop out. No. Another chance here for Nueva Ecija. Tukaben against the defense. But he gets his own miss. He gives it to the corner. And the ball tap to Natividad. Look how fluid Taguig is. Galoy missing the layup. Fontanilla now will attack. And they have no choice but to foul Fontanilla. But then again, look at that. In that sequence, Taguig had the numbers. And yet, they gave it a foul. It was 2 against 1, actually. So, 19 on the shot clock for the Buffaloes. Helios will use the high screen. Helios to Cabigao. Nice line, yes. It's a triple for Isaiah.
Ball number 17, Miguel Torres, that's his third personal foul. 16 on the shot clock.
Meanwhile, Coach Big Victoria would like to talk to his generals. They're ahead by 9, and we'll be back for more for NBL. And of course, the shirts you see on the left side of your screens are made by Triple J Sports Apparel. And look at that, Lancer Khan, you saw Edgy earlier. No? Sales, proceeds of the sales of these t-shirts will go to the NBL Players Foundation. That's right. Look at that, Verman Magpantay has a shirt. Of course, aside from these shirts, there are also shirts of the individual teams. Of course, Coach Harms Wee there of Manila MLB. Aside from the player shirts, you also got shirts of the teams. If you want to buy team shirts, these shirts, by the way, are available. They're usually on sale at the venues or online. All right. Meanwhile, foul is called. You can just search for Triple J Sports Apparel, or of course check your favorite online shopping platforms. At the line, Vidal Torres wants to bring the Buffaloes closer. Maybe even get the lead by halftime. Why not? But of course, missing free throws will not help. I guess that has been a common refrain in this President's Cup. I mean, yeah, 2 misses there for Torres. I mean, players really have to work on their free throws. I mean, it's a very important aspect of the game. Anyway, Torres will be given a substitute free throw early entry by the Generals. Let's see if we can make it 8. Yes. So now Lontok with 2 fouls will return, and you can take sort of a gamble here for Coach Victoria. But then again, the second string or the reserve big men have played very well. Talking about Tolentino and then Plagoso. Okay, Galoy, baseline reverse. No, not enough backspin. Anyway, ball will stay with the white shirts of Taguig.
14 on the shot wall.
Look at this, Look at this move by Mayo. I don't know. But anyway, Mayo with a clean connection. This is his favorite shot, the lean-in jumper. At the same time, it's like he's trying to fish a foul, Mayo. Offensive foul on Nueva Ecija. Wow. What a turn of events. It's on Vidal Torres. And, 3 fouls on Torres. And we have a challenge filed by Coach Aliado and the Buffalo. So, referees will review the video and we'll be back with their decision.
The challenge made by Nueva Ecija was not successful. Offensive foul on Benefitores.
All right, so you heard it. It was an unsuccessful challenge by the Buffalo. So the foul, the offensive foul on Torres will stay. All right, let's take a look at. Okay, yep. Lots of contact there. Definitely an offensive foul, yes. The extremities were flying. All right, so Brabas is back. He was the starting point guard in Mayo. So the starters are back except for Galoy. He did not start this game. It was Fidel Castro who started at the at his position. Harvey, no. Long rebound collected by Mayo. Oh, traveling. All right. Look at that. You can sense that Mayo is angry at himself for that turnover. Meanwhile, we see for the first time Francisco Tanchoco. Of course, we know Tanchoco, the designated gunner. When you need a long shot or a three-point shot, he's the man for the job. Okay, baseline drive and oh! Wow! What a break here for Nueva Ecija. I mean, so far the breaks are not going their way. And you can only just sense the frustration on the expression of Coach Aliado. Another turnover for the Buffaloes. 10-point lead for Taguig. Tanchoco and automatic. Of course, Tanchoco did not shame us. He delivers that triple on cue for Francisco. All right, it won't count. Basket won't count. First foul. Believe it or not, that is the first foul on Mayo. Corner shot on the way, no. And a foul on the rebound. Fouls on Lontok and hey, wow, that is now the third foul on Lontok and quickly, Coach Victoria brings in Dexter Tolentino. Wow. So I guess we will be seeing Lontok maybe late in the second half. Lontok now with 3 fouls. The first general with 3 fouls. Ingusan wanted to feed Kian. It's with the Buffaloes. Edgy now. To the corner, Ingusan. That's his shot. Oh, he kills a lizard. Meanwhile, pass is too strong for Tanchoco. And again, like what I said, this is quite a spacious gym we have here. You know, that portion where Tanchoco ran, the right side of your screen, those are badminton courts.
2 minutes.
To give you an idea, those are badminton courts. And ball will go the way of Taguig. I understand. I think the school will, where you are right now, NEUST, they will host a big sporting meet, I think, next year. That's why they're improving their facilities. And it is nice that also the NBL gets to play in this nice gym of theirs. Mayo. Again, Linar, yes, from 15 feet. 15-point lead now for the Generals. Helios, one-handed runner. No, Helios gets his own miss. And it's won by Tolentino. Galoy now playing point forward. Mayo. Oh wow, Mayo's almost automatic from that range. Of course, Larry John Mayo, no, the MVP of the recent Governor's Cup. And Fontanilla with a smooth connection. Nearing the 30-second mark of the first half. And Tolentino now with 8 points. Possibly one last offensive here for the Buffaloes. There's a 1 second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Okay, it's with Juancho. Ingusan. Double team. Oh, stolen. Taguig now. Fast break. Kick out. Tanchoco. Oh, yes. And what a way to win the first half. Look at that. A triple by Tanchoco pegs our score at 60. That's right, 60-40. A 20-point lead for the visiting Generals. Again, 60-40 is our halftime score. And it all starts again with defense. Nobody there to contest for Nueva Ecija, and Fragoso with a highlight. Yes, that will surely be in our top 10 place. And then Mayo continuing from where he left off. Mayo was simply El Fuego. And also Tanchoco with exclamation point to the first half. Kapow! And again, 60-40 is our score. We'll be back with the halftime analysis, of course, the third quarter after this break. Stay with us, please.
Start the day with Guapo Essentials. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. Diminish acne scars with Glutamax Men Face and Body Bar. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. 24/7 freshness, 100% guapo vibes. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo.
Journal is brought to you by Art Athletics. Timer starts now. All right. we got 1 minute. Paramihan ng masyashoot. Wala pang naipuslo. 1! You got 45 seconds remaining. Isa pa lamang ang naibubuslo ni Aldwin. "30 seconds remaining. 1 made field goal from beyond the arc from Aldwin. 2 made field goal. 3 made field goal. 15 seconds. Five seconds remaining. 15 points for Aldwin. 3 seconds. And 6 made field goals. 18 point. "18 points for Aldwin. 3-point made for Aldwin. 18 points. We got the second participant, Kenneth Tolentino. 18 points ang kailangan mo maipit. In 3, 2, 1, go! Kenneth Tolentino needs to beat 18 points from Aldwin Bautista. Basket is good. Isang 3-point made ang nagawa ni Kenneth Tolentino. You've got 45 seconds. Kaya mo yan, Kenneth Tolentino. 2 made 3-point field goal. 20 seconds remaining. Five seconds. And that's it for Kenneth Tolentino, having 1 made 3-point field goal. 3 points. Last but not the least, we got Sam Bandiola. 18 points to beat Sam Bandiola in 3, 2, 1, go! Too short on the first attempt. Medyo gilid. Medyo relax lang si Sam Bandiola. 1 made 3-point field goal. 18 points ang kailangan mabit from Aldwin Bautista. Sam Bandiola from beyond the arc to 3-point field goal has been made. You still have 20 seconds to beat the 18 point by Aldwin Bautista. 3-point field goal made. 4 more to beat. 10 seconds remaining. Sam Bandiola, 5 seconds. 4-point made. And 4-point, 3-point made for Sam Bandiola. And the winner of our Beyond the Arc 3-point shootout is none other than Aldwin Bautista. Congratulations.
60-40 is our halftime score. Again, Taguig Generals all over the home team, the Nueva Ecija Granary Buffaloes, and Cervino here at the court side of the Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology in Cabanatuan City. And we go to our first quarter. Of course, it all started with the hot hands of Larry John Mayo, LJ Mayo. And of course, Juan Tolentino feeding Kian Fontanilla. Let's say for the start, I mean, Nueva Ecija was able to stay toe to toe with the Generals, but of course, Generals with a late breakaway, 32-22 after one. And then come the second quarter. Look at that. Good defense leads to better offense, and of course the slam. Who would forget? We will not forget that slam by Noy Pragoso. And from there, it was all Taguig. I mean, Mayo was simply continuing from where he left off in the first quarter. 60-40 again as our count at halftime. And look at the halftime numbers. Wow, look at that. 59% shooting from the field for Taguig. 24 out of 41 compared to only 35% for Nueva Ecija. Domination inside for Taguig despite the foul trouble on their big men. 39-12. Fast break points 15-9. And 36 points, bench points against only 20. Again, the numbers, no doubt, lead to a big 20-point lead for Taguig at halftime. And then we see our leading scorers from the first half. Mayo leading all scores with 19. Francoso with 13. And 8 for Dexter, 6 for Tanshoco. Nobody in double figures for Nueva Ecija. Tucaben leading the way with 9. Fontanilla, Juancho with 7. And Isaiah with 6. So that sets the stage for our third quarter. Let's see if the home team, the Buffaloes, can make their move. Hopefully that break will do wonders for their cause. Maybe Coach Sherwin Aliado can light a fire to his Buffaloes. Remember, they are playing at home, and they will do their best to defend their home court from the visitors, the undefeated Taguig Generals. And just to remind everybody, of course, Taguig, the number 1 team in Group A, 4 wins, no losses. And at number 2 is Nueva Ecija, 3 wins and 3 losses. And this is very important if ever. First for Nueva Ecija to inch closer to Taguig, and also for them to pull away from the other teams in the group. Okay, Lontok playing with 3 fouls, hitting the opening basket of the third quarter. And they scamper for it. Okay, Castro's back. I guess you can say they're breaking in. They're breaking him in. Remember, like what I said, he did not play for the entire Governor's Cup. All right, so Castro misses. So instead, it will be a baseline inbound for Taguig. Subrabas to Castro. They might as well give the ball to Castro, for him to get his confidence back. Baseline, Subrabas to Lontok, and 2 baskets quickly for Lontok to start the third quarter. All the points so far by Jonathan Lontok, and a steal by Mayo. Mayo now. Back pass to the trailing Lontok. Wow. Check that, Gabiran. It's a blaze 3 for John Mark Gabiran. So 7-0 blast for Taguig to open the third quarter. Helios, they need a score. Fontanilla provides. So finally, after a minute and a half, a score from Nueva Ecija. They have to shake this off. Meanwhile, Lontok missing. And no, that's an obvious foul. That's an obvious foul, no doubt. Body check. First on Harvey. So far, a 72 run by Taguig. Let's see if Nueva Ecija can have back-to-back hits. It is Fontanilla. No! Missing the high percentage shot. And again, let's look back. If you remember the graphic that we showed at the during the halftime analysis, again, 59%. 59% shooting for Taguig versus 35% for Nueva Ecija. I mean, look at that. I mean, Fontanilla missing point-blank shots. Meanwhile, Subrabas adds another blazery. And speaking of the blazery, Taguig had 5 blazeries compared to only 3 for Nueva Ecija in that first half. So bonus, a rare 4-point play for Harvey. Yes. And you talk about free throws. In that first half, Taguig shot 4 out of 6, or 67% from the 15-foot line versus 60%, 6 out of 10 for Nueva Ecija. Should I say Nueva Ecija? They were given more attempts at the line. Give it to the corner. Nice line. Too strong though. Offensive rebound. Opposite angle. They killed the lizard. And referee halts play. So it's a kick ball. That will reset. Let's see here. Yes. That is deemed a kick ball. Yes. You do not attempt to control the ball with your feet in any form. That is already a kick ball. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to kick the ball like in football. Okay, so referees have to defuse the situation. The proverbial cooler heads prevail. Okay, look at that. It's not. You see, there was a strong contact on the left side of your screen, but away from the ball, there was a lot of jostling for position. And referees are quick to step in. They do not want things to escalate. So, again, you can say probably some fouls happening on both ends of the floor simultaneously. So now the referees will review the video to make sure. So we'll be back with their verdict.
Foul number 10 of the Nueva Ecija Grand Prix Buffaloes, Edgy Helios. That's his second personal foul. Technical foul on number 97 of the Taguig Generals, Harvey Subrabas, for unnecessary action during dead ball situation. That's his second personal foul.
All right, so let's see. Let's look at the ball first. So first, there's a foul on Edgy. Okay, Edgy was called for a foul there, but on the other end of your screen, on the top part of your screen, a technical foul is assessed to Harvey Subrabas. Okay, this is a better angle to see what Harvey did. Yes. He was actually cited for unnecessary action after the play was stopped, okay? During a dead ball. So again, this free throw by Edgy is for the technical foul on Harvey. Ooh. That will hurt. I mean, these misses will surely, affect the team towards the end, especially Nueva Ecija. They're playing catch-up. And now Castro will inbound. Lontok. Hand off to Subrabas. Lontok at the post. Good matchup, huh? Lontok using experience, but Fontanilla using his bulk and height advantage. Santos. Pop out Edgy. Helios. Back to Santos. Santos inching closer. Oh, he's blocked. Public display of rejection. Subrabas. One-hander. Still won't go. Fontanilla with the rebound. Quickly now. To Caben. To Caben. Shaking. Elects to pass. Oh, look at that. The defense of Taguig is so disciplined. Air ball. And it's won by Gabiran. Mayo. Oh, Mayo. Look at that. Look at that move. Again, the one-handed pass. Look at that. The one-handed pass by Subrabas, and then the finish by Mayo. And don't look now. It looks like Mayo has 22 points unofficially, or 24. And we're looking at the numbers of our two former best player winners, talking about Galoy and Agustin. Not exactly best player numbers at the moment. But who knows? We still have a fourth quarter. Fontanilla this time with the point-blank connection. Look at that. The lead of Taguig has ballooned to 30 from 20 at halftime. Actually 32 before this shot by Fontanilla. So now third foul on Subrabas. And at the line, Kian Fontanilla. And hello again to all our fans watching on Aliw Channel 23 as well as on YouTube and Facebook. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, NBL Pilipinas. Lontok, no, look at that. What a rebound by Mayo, but look at that Lontok coming out of nowhere for the 2 points. Back to 32. Whoa. Of course, for Nueva Ecija, they cannot just afford to trade baskets with Taguig. They need stops. And of course, they need to score off these stops. They need a run. Mayo. A nice cut by Gabiran. Everything but the basket though. All right, here's the stop. Let's see if they can start a run. Edgy with the reverse. Good body control there by Edgy Helios. It's a blaze 3 for Helios. And it's down to 27. Mayo. Rabas. Met by the taller Ingusan. Galoy. Against two defenders. Somebody's free. It's with Mayo. Mayo eluding the defense. Drop pass to Gabiran. Gabiran sees a fake snow. And Fontanilla says enough. Fontanilla now passing it to no one. But last touch on Mayo. Okay, Juanico will return. Okay, one choice also in the game. Ingusan. Using the screen. To the corner. Quick release. No. And it's won by Galoy. So Galoy's not scoring that much, but doing a little bit of everything else. Galoy now. To the corner. Ordonez. Tolentino to Ordonez. The PCU connection working. Yes. Yeah, they've been doing that together since college. At PCU. Manila. Juancho. Again, oh, stolen by Ordonez. Ordonez now, one-hander to Agustin for the reverse. It's a blaze 3 for J.M. Agustin. And quickly, Coach Aliado has to call a timeout to stop this surge by Taguig. And when you talk about surge, look at how fast Ordonez is. Look how fast the ball moves and look how fast the reaction is of Agustin. Timeout, 81-49. We'll be back for more of your NBL. Back to live action. Of course, come up that timeout call by Coach Sherwin Aliado and the Buffaloes. Let's see if they can get something out of this. They need to stop the surge of Taguig. Oh! Another sorry miss. They are missing at point blank range. And referees will agree, yes, it's going to be Nueva Ecija ball with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. And of course, the entire fourth quarter still ahead of us. And of course, please stay with us until the final buzzer, as this game is far from decided. And look at that! Look at the swarming defense. And just like what I said in the first half, good defense leads to better offense. And the defense of Agustin producing 2 points. That was not a blaze tree, by the way. Juanico with the response. 32-point lead. Ordonez. Give it to Completo. Losing it at the baseline. So right now, you can say the story of this game is being written by Mayo and with a little help from Pragoso. Meanwhile, Ingusan with points to his name. Under 4 minutes left. 30 points. The lead of the gig. Agustin, one-hander, no. Oh, what a rebound by Completo. And that sequence really underscores the domination of Taguig in the battle for rebounds. Tolentino has been defended very well today. Juanico with the miss and nobody there for the rebound for Nueva Ecija. They just let the ball land in the hands of the white shirts. Oh, nice spin. Meanwhile, Ingusan, here's the stop that they're looking for, and finally, it's a blaze 3 for Ingusan. So now, some size of life coming from the Buffaloes. Well, I think it's impossible for them to grab the lead at the end of the third quarter, but at least we can see a lot of positives going for the team entering the final quarter. And I guess Coach Bing Victoria senses that. Hence the expression on his face. Taguig has to do something as, Nueva Ecija is coming alive. And, Nueva Ecija is a team that's very good in comeback basketball. Oh, another missed gimme. Ingusan for three, short. It's with Ordonez. And ball will go to Nueva Ecija. Laps there on the part of Ordonez. All right, Giba will spell Juanico. And another short. But Giba, fresh into the game with a quick 2 points. Nearing the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. It's been all Taguig. Agustin, Tolentino, Ordonez backtacks a bit. Ordonez now will attack. Ordonez, oh, he's blocked by Tadeo. So 1 second, catch and shoot time here for the Generals. Quick release. And they keep it alive. Galoy. And good recognition there by Completo, spotting the cutting teammate. Ingusan. And then another steal. Agustin to Ordonez. Ordonez will wait for his teammates. Galoy. Asking for the screen, gets it. Galoy to Completo. Completo now. Galoy now with 7 seconds. Galoy! It's good. And look at this move by Galoy against 2 defenders, and he was able to twist his body to make the points possible. All right, Torres will return. Plays Santos. This is Max Santos. So at the line for the bonus, Edsel Galoy. Yes. And now Taguig is 12 points away from 100, and we still have a minute in the third quarter. Iba hit 2 points earlier. He has to take care of the ball. Dumps it to Tadeo. Yes. I guess that's a good idea. Give the ball to Tadeo underneath. So now Nueva Ecija matching the 60 points of Taguig at halftime. Tolentino, no, but nobody marked Agustin. So you can say that Agustin will probably get his numbers if he continues to be utilized in the fourth quarter. And a foul is called. It's on Completo. First, yes, Billy. Wow, surprise. That is only the first foul on David. 14 and Juancho will start things. Tolentino against Galoy. That's a nice matchup. Ingusan. Torres. Long Tom, no. And referee halts play again. 2 fouls now on David Completo. And of course, Coach Bing Victoria could not believe it. Now, even if his team is ahead by 30. And that's it. That's the end of the third quarter. And our score is 90-60. Taguig stretching their lead to 30. And we'll be back with the fourth and deciding quarter after this break. Stay with us, please.
Start the day with Guapo Essentials. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. Diminish acne scars with Glutamax Men Face and Body Bar. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. 24/7 freshness, 100% Guapo Vibes. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo.
Of course, we picked one member of our audience for our Glutamax Men feeling guap of the game. That's right, he will receive prizes from Glutamax Men. Thank you very much, Glutamax Men. And that's the sign, that's the cue to begin our fourth and deciding quarter. Thank you very much for joining us, NBL fans. And this is the Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology in Cabanatuan City, Nueva Ecija. Again, a very nice venue here that we have. Very conducive for basketball. As we look at some numbers from the first three quarters. Well, you could say but before that, look at this. Santos is trying to erase Tolentino, and oh wow, you cannot defy the laws of physics, I tell you. Meanwhile, Taguig hoping to stretch further. They were able to add 10 points to their lead in the third quarter. They outscored Nueva Ecija 30-20. And the ball will go the way of Nueva Ecija again. I was saying earlier, the clip of despite extending their lead, the shooting clip of Taguig went down to 54% in the after the third quarter. But the thing is, 35% shooting for Nueva Ecija. Look at this earlier sequence. Yes. And again, the referees are starting to call it tight. Despite this, you can say, this sizable lead, the teams are continuing to play intense as if it was a close ball game. By the way, I saw the screen earlier. I saw a glimpse there of Bobby Balucanag, who is in civilian clothes today. Helios with a three. Hopefully that will wake up the Buffaloes. So the first basket of the fourth quarter by Nueva Ecija. Oh yes, now to confirm, 22 points. Yes, 22 points for Larry John Mayo to lead all scorers. To go with 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And look at this, this is the number that caught my attention. 6 steals, all right? 6 steals for Mayo. The entire Nueva Ecija team has 4 steals. Natividad missing the free throw. We talk about free throws. Taguig shooting 7 out of 10, 70%. And now 7 out of 11. Meanwhile, Nueva Ecija is shooting 6 out of 12, 50%. It's a blaze 3 for Kim Kiba. Hey, don't look now. The lead is down to 24. It was once as high as 34. That was 83 to 49. Yes. So look at that. A blaze 3. You know, Nueva Ecija is one team that really knows how to use the blaze 3 to their advantage. In fact, aside from the blaze 3, this is also one team that I observe also likes to shoot the free 3. We have not seen a free 3 attempt today. Maybe later, if Coach Aliado will decide. Oh, wow. 9 points. A 9-point cluster by Nueva Ecija and still no score. Look at that. 30 points off the from turnovers for Taguig, 12 for Nueva Ecija. And then that's another factor why Taguig was able to run away. But hey, let's talk about now. 9 straight points for the Buffaloes to open the fourth quarter. No points yet. No points yet for Taguig. And then suddenly I fired up Coach Sherwin. Hopefully his intensity will rub onto his players. Alright, Natividad, they need to score. I mean, they cannot allow this opening run of Nueva Ecija to, balloon even further. And that does not help. I said they need a score. What do? They throw the ball away. Let's see if they can make this, they can add to their run. Look at that, second chance points, 16 to 6 plus 10 for Taguig. So this means more hustle for the Generals. Meanwhile, it's an 11-0 run for Nueva Ecija. Okay. Things are getting interesting here in Cabanatuan. Take a look at it again. Look at that. Tukaben, defying the defense. Of course, the job is not yet done. They're still behind by 19. But still, I mean, if you're a fan of Nueva Ecija, I know you like what you see so far. That the Buffaloes are trying their best to make this interesting.
Is 9 seconds. 9 seconds.
So over 2 minutes, over 2 minutes without a score. Look at that again. 7-0. It says points this quarter 7-0. Wait, we better check that because it's an 11-0 run. No points yet for Taguig. Yes, points is yes, that's it. 11-0. Yes, that's right. So that is the right graphic. 11-0 run. No score yet for Taguig after 2.5 minutes. And look at that. This is part of the 11-0 run. Wait, look at that. Ow! That's like a body check in football. Let's see if Taguig can finally break their silence. Agustin, yes. They needed that. They're now 8 points away from 100. But still, Nueva Ecija is sending a message here to the Generals that they will not just fold, especially in front of their home fans. Helios. So again. Oh, this time another foul away from the action. From the ball, rather. Oh, 4 fouls now on Santos. Okay, 17 shot clock. Galoy is too deep. Give it to Mayo, and Mayo with 24 points now. Alright, they will review that last sequence. But again, right now, Mayo with 24 points. Alright, here's that shot earlier by Mayo. Again, his 24th point. Actually, his 23rd and his 24th point. And the referees will review that last sequence. And again, I will repeat for everybody's information, the big number actually for Mayo is his 6 steals. Yes, 6 steals in the game for Mayo. And actually, Taguig as a team has 10 steals. So it's like Mayo 6, Taguig, the other Taguig guys 4, and then, believe it or not, the entire Nueva Ecija team 4 steals. Yes, Mayo has more steals than the entire Buffalo. So he's called the defense minister.
As reviewed from the replay center, it was a normal foul on Benny Torres.
Alright, so we heard the decision. It is deemed a regular foul on Torres. So here is Torres trying to chase Mayo. And there's contact, but referees deem it a regular foul. So kind of sort of a sigh of relief there for Torres and the Buffaloes. Meanwhile, Mayo will shoot his bonus in search of his 25th point. Yes, 25. Nice number for Mayo. Not bad, 25 points. Oh, block, but there's a whistle. And let's see. Of course, Agustin claiming it was a clean block. And we have a challenge filed by Coach Benito Bing Victoria and the Generals on that last foul on Agustin. And let's see what will the referees decide.
From the replay center, the challenge made by Taguig was not successful. Foul on Jose Agustin for hitting the arm of Eji Helios. 2 free throws for Eji Helios.
All right, so it is an unsuccessful challenge. It is deemed a foul. Yes, it is still going to be a foul on J.M. Agustin. It is not a clean block as they claim. Let's see. Yes. There's the contact. That's a foul indeed. Yes, it's not all ball. He clipped Eji on the forearm. All right. So at the line, Eji Helios. He will go for the free three. Ooh! He missed, but they keep it alive. Extra pass and to Caben with the connection. So again, I'll repeat this. So the free three is definitely a high risk but a high reward option. I guess you can say desperate times call for desperate measures. They have to do something to overhaul this 20-point deficit. Talking about the Buffaloes. And maybe they can do it this way. Let's see. Stop and pop. Tukaben, no. Oh, Tukaben gets his own miss. Tukaben, and Tukaben is fouled. But I like the attitude being shown here by Nueva Ecija. I mean, despite this, you can say this imposing lead by Taguig, they continue to do their best to come within distance. And this time it's going to be Tukaben who will try a free three. So, second attempt. Another miss. So they're 0 of 2 from the free three area. But imagine if those 2 free threes went in, it would be down to 14. Oh, nice drop pass. Everything but the shot. But look at that. Active hands. All right. Open 3 off. And now Galoy breaking his long silence. Of course, Galoy, like Agustin, the owner of 2 best player citations so far this President's Cup. Kiba missing, and it's gonna stay with Nueva Ecija. Look at this. Look at that. Look at all those active hands, and then they finally see. They recognize. Yes, Mayo recognizing the wide open Edsel Galoy. Kapow. Unmolested 3. So now they're just a basket away from the 100. Okay, Kian Fontanilla will return. He started this game at center. Helios. Tukaben. Using the high screen. Almost a dribbling error, but Tukaben feeding Fontanilla, and Fontanilla is smothered. And Taguig running on all cylinders. Oh, everything but the layup. They lob it inside. Oh, they were teammates fighting for it. Helios, no. Fontanilla. Another chance for Nueva Ecija. Tukaben to the corner. On the way, no. And Mayo steps on the line. Tukaben will sit down, and Igusan will return. They need his shooting, Jeremy. Baseline inbound to Ingusan. Ingusan will attack. Ingusan off to pass. Side shot, no. And it's going to stay with the referees. Point to Taguig. All right, Galoy can go for 100 in this offensive. Galoy now posting up Ingusan. Galoy giving the baseline. Galoy feeding Paragoso. Will it count? Yes, it's good. Yes, it will. It will count. And now Paragoso, second leading scorer after Mayo. Again, unselfish play there by Galoy, feeding the waiting Paragoso, and nobody marked Paragoso. I guess everybody was looking at Galoy. So now bonus in the works for Noy Paragoso from the Rizal Technological University. Ah, miss. Chance again for Nueva Ecija to come closer. Still a lot of time on the clock, 6 minutes. Ingusan unsuccessful. And Galoy now crossing the timeline. Galoy will sail. Oh, he misses, but Agustin is there for the tip in. At the same time, Agustin is assessed is given a warning for delaying the game. 102-75. And a tip in for Fontanilla. So make that 102-77. And oh, what a quick response. They're simply giving Pragoso an easy lane to the basket. 104-77. And referee says a foul. There's a foul. So I guess Fontanilla will go for the sure thing and instead shoot free throws the traditional way. Oh, but wow! I mean, not exactly. The free throws are not cooperating today for Nueva Ecija. They are now shooting under 50% after that miss by Fontanilla. As a team, all right. So split. They remain at 50% as a team, of course. And now we see the return of Francisco Tanchoco. And if you remember what Tanchoco did in that first half, he put in 2 quick 3-point shots. And that placed him among the leading scorers of the first half with 6. And now again, Pragoso with the second dunk of the game. And his teammates showing appreciation. And take a look at it again. Okay, this is the second dunk of Pragoso. And again, this is one concern for Nueva Ecija. They're allowing Pragoso the open path to the basket. Wow. I guess his teammates are very entertained, you can say. So now it's going to be the turn of Kim Kiba to trip to the line. And again, wow, I mean, for a team that's playing catch-up, I mean, these misses really sting, all right? They really sting. Ingusan drops it to Kian. Yes. That's right. Now go for the high percentage shot. That's the key there. But of course, if Taguig, with the way Taguig is responding, they are so quick in transition. See, everybody's taking their position at once. All right, look at that. And this time, Tanchoco with the offensive rebound and the 2 points. 8 points now for Tanchoco. Tolentino, Juancho, yes. All right, little inroads here being made by the Buffaloes. But let's see if they still have enough time. We have under 4 minutes left. Remember, we have the Blaze 3. We have the free 3. This lead is not safe by any means, I tell you. This is the NBL. All right, Noel Santos is back. I guess Noel sat down for quite a long spell, huh? So now Santos, of course, I guess it doesn't look like Nueva Ecija will be going for the free 3, as they will be sure. And Santos gets 1 point. Of course, it's better. That's much better than missing and getting nothing from a missed free 3. 2 for 2 for Santos. So 85, actually 108 to 85. 23-point lead for Taguig. They hope to add to that with this possession. Fragoso is now a marked man. Yes, and that is right. That is indeed the 5th foul on Santos, so is 1 foul away from disqualification. At the line, Noy Fragoso. Good. By the way, both teams are in the penalty. Two for two for Noy. 110 to 85. 25-point lead. Okay, Tucaben is back. Try his best to, pump some life into the Buffaloes. Natividad. No, Natividad has not been productive today, but he's been doing a little bit of everything else. No, anything that will help the team win. And Tanshoka this time misses, and oh yes, that's right. Good call by our officials. Tanshoka did not establish his position. He came from the outside when he received the ball. So referees are just clarifying something. Okay, so now the last shot of Ren Tucaben is upgraded to a Blaze 3. So that's an additional point now for the Buffaloes. That's a good move. That's a good break there for Nueva Ecija. Now they have to capitalize. Juancho, yes! All right, it's down to 19, 110-91. But again, the question is there enough time on the clock? But that Taguig playing deliberately slow. Try to take the shot with a few seconds left. And they did not box out Fragoso. 112-91, 21 point lead. Here's another steal. No, not completed. They get it back. It's with Ingusan. Ingusan whips it to the side. Three-pointer. No. And now it's the last 2 minutes. It's winning time in NBL Pilipinas. And again, Taguig on cue, playing deliberately slow. They will probably shoot with under 5 seconds on the shot clock. Tanshoka. No. A rebound, Santos, and Santos will get the basket plus the foul. So at the line, Noel Santos for the bonus. Look at that, Tanshoka with the miss, but Santos with the long wingspan. It does not complete the bonus, but still, it's a 23-point bubble for Taguig. Oh. And rebound is with Fragoso. Natividad, one-handed pass. And touchdown, Santos. It's a Blaze 3 for Noel Santos. 117-91. The referees are discussing that last segment. We have 1 minute and 10 seconds left before we determine our winner. And now referees, both teams have to be separated as the referees will review further that last sequence.
Upon review, does it count for rain to come in? Blaze 3.
All right, so that last basket by Red Tucaben was deemed a blaze 3. All right. So now a 4-point play in the offing for Tucaben and the Buffaloes. Okay, good. Hey, it's down to 22. Santos to Natividad. Natividad to the corner. Here to Santos at the post. Santos hemmed in well by the defense. Santos underneath. Oh, nice footwork. Nice pivoting moves by Noel Santos. 119.95. Spin in traffic, yes. Look at that. Santos playing with 5 fouls. Under a minute left. Natividad will take a sweet time. And a foul given up by Tucaben. So we'll just have to wait a little bit more before we confirm our winner. So at the line, Dan Anthony Natividad. First one is good. And of course, again, he's our Glutamax men feeding guap of the game. That's right. And he will receive prizes from Glutamax men. Thank you very much, Glutamax men. Air ball. Ball is loose. It's still with the Buffaloes. They can have they can work for the last basket, or maybe Ingusan. So shot clock is off. I don't know. Let's see if Taguig will still attempt. It looks like they will just let the clock expire. It's with Tanshoko. Players exchanging pleasantries. And all right. Sound of the horn means we have a winner. And it's no other than, congratulations to the visiting Taguig Generals. They win over the host, Nueva Ecija Granary Buffaloes. Our final score, 121-99. A 22-point win for the Generals. They improved to 5-0. Meanwhile, the Buffaloes dropped to 3-4. But they still stay on top of the Group B. And of course, we will recognize our best player of the game, and he is no other than, well, surprise, surprise, Larry John LJ Mayo with 25 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and yes, 6 steals. All right, look at that. Look at the highlights of Mayo. No doubt he is our best player. And of course, as our best player, he'll receive gift items from our sponsors, including Glutamax Men. Yeah, that's your final score, 121-99. A 22-point win for the visiting Taguig Generals over the Nueva Ecija Granary Buffaloes. And again, what a very entertaining game we had here at the Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology Gym in Cabanatuan City. I mean, so many highlights. In fact, it was a very entertaining game. And of course, these highlights are brought to you by Smart. Power the plays. And we go to our first quarter. And of course, Edsel Galoy, the holder of 2 Best Player Awards, feeding Mayo. I guess this is a omen of things to come, you can say. Natividad did not score that much today, but he was doing a little bit of everything, feeding the likes of Agustin, and then Agustin returning the favor to his teammates. Oh, what great teamwork. Fragoso, shock off the bench, 32-22 after 1. Come the second quarter, you can say this is where Taguig made their move. They were ahead by that much after 1, but hey, Fragoso punctuating everything with this slam. That's right. And then, Natividad, like what I said, doing a little bit of everything to set up his teammates. Mayo, he rested, but he came back and continued to make an impact. See, they found Mayo. I mean, everybody contributing a share. Tanshoko with 2 quick triples, 60-40 at halftime. Taguig now beginning to pull away. The third, still the same story. This time, the starters returned and Harvey Subrabas, the veteran court general. And then, of course, there were flashes of brilliance, you can say, for Nueva Ecija. Helios tried to keep the team within striking distance. Okay. Of course, Galoy, not exactly best player numbers for Galoy, but hey, he also had an impact. 90-60 after 3 quarters. But now, come the 4th quarter, suddenly, Nueva Ecija scores the first 11 points of the 4th quarter. But of course, Galoy is there to stop the bleeding. And by then, it was simply coasting along for Taguig, despite again the continuing attempts of Nueva Ecija to come back. And then another slammer for Progoso. And that should put the exclamation point at that game again. 121-99. Congratulations to the Taguig Generals. And of course, those highlights were brought to you by Smart Powered Up Plays. Load now. And of course, it has been a very exciting game we had today here in Nueva Ecija. So on behalf of all the hardworking men and women that make up NBL Pilipinas and our broadcast team, this has been Anthony Cervino. Until the next game, Philippines, see you soon. Bye. Love you all. NBL Pilipinas, ang tahanan ng tunay na homegrown.
Start the day with Guapo Essentials. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. Diminish acne scars with Glutamax Men Face and Body Bar. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. 24/7 freshness, 100% guapo vibes. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo.